Thank you, Kyler. It's almost 5 years now since the January 8th shooting. A memorial is in the works, but they've hit a financial bump in the road.
And this is an artist rendering of the proposed memorial in Presidio Park. It would sit right outside the old Pima County Courthouse. And 9 News Side's Keaton Thomas joins us now with more on the next step for the memorial.
Well, just to be clear, the memorial is moving forward. But speaking of that snag, well, on election night Tuesday, we learned that Pima County voters shot down Proposition 427, which provided some funding for that January 8th memorial. Now organizers will have to fundraise on their own. In Proposition 427, it set aside $25 million for multiple projects around Presidio Park. That includes about $1.5 million to help pay for the January 8th memorial, according to organizers from Tucson's January 8th Foundation. That bond was shot down Tuesday. Stephen Brigham has worked with the foundation since 2012. He says the bond's dismissal was disappointing, but looks on the bright side.
It really gave us an opportunity to focus on our private fundraising.
Former Congressman Ron Barber has his own ties to the memorial. He was shot in the January 8th shooting that killed 6 and injured 13 others. He says they're reaching out to the community to make sure this memorial is built.
We're going to ask our community, individuals, companies, organizations to join with us in raising the funds we need to make it happen.
For the past few weeks, organizers have held public forums for people to comment on the initial designs of the memorial. Today was the final one. Brigham says feedback has generally been good.
It's been very supportive, a lot of enthusiasm.
He added that there's a lot of community support for the memorial. However, at today's meeting, some groups brought up some concerns. For instance, veterans groups worry about what will happen to existing veterans memorials. And other groups want to make sure that the park isn't dominated by the January 8th memorial and keeps Tucson's history in mind. Now, keep in mind the plans put forth in the public forums were not final by any means. The team is putting together a final detail and hope to have that final plan by January. That coincidentally is near the 5th anniversary of the shooting. Now, if you'd like to help donate and help out the project, you can go find out how to do that on KGUN9.com. Val and Christina.